Hello my friends, Boomy here once again with another video for you, my Swtor brothers and sisters. How's everyone doing today in a galaxy far, far, far away? This is your first time on the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button for all your Swtor fun, news, guides, and updates right here, right now. My friends, oh boy, set bonuses! We've got some new set bonuses coming our way in 611, that's right. And we had some exclusive looks at it. Some of my fellow influencers and content creators were given the great opportunity to release some of that information before Swtor did, and that is awesome. Congratulations to them. Some of my dear close friends, love them to death. However, some of these set bonuses and some of the nerfs they are doing, especially to the Sorcs and Sages, my goodness, hold on to your seats. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. We got a lot to talk about, so let's get right. What was that? That wasn't even a word. So let's get right into it. So here we go, my friends. Let's talk about the Juggernauts and the Guardians. They will be getting a new set bonus, and which below you can find the Fulminating Defense set bonus. The set bonus will be the guaranteed Juggernaut Guardian set bonus from the Master Mode difficulty of the Nature of Progress Operation. Note that this set bonus will also have a small chance to be gotten via the random boxes from either Kaizyken or the Spoils of War vendor. For the Juggernaut, this is what you're going to get. For a 2-piece, you get a +2 endurance. And for 4, your Threatening Screams gets 2 charges. And for your full complete 6-piece, Endure Pain increases elemental and eternal damage reduction by 75% for 3 seconds. For the Guardians, it's the same type of thing, just different names. Not really. Well, yes, it is. I'm sorry. You get the 2 please. You get the 2 please. I can't speak tonight. +2 endurance. Challenging Call gets 2 charges. And Incure increases elemental and internal damage reduction by 75%. Let them know, my friends on the forums, you be civil about it, about what you think of these set bonuses. And the PTS is up and live, so you can get that from the vendor on Odessin for the testing. The team is specifically looking for feedback on how effective the set bonus is on a master mode version of the Nature of Progress op. It is our intention that this set bonus isn't required to beat this difficulty, but it offers extra help with certain mechanics players may experience. Now, for the casual player out there, you probably won't even care, but for the hardcore raiders out there, or oppers, is it oppers in Swtor? I'm just gonna say hardcore raiders, because oppers just sounds stupid. Let's continue. And for Marauders and Sentinels, you're going to get yourself a set bonus as well. The Comet Champion set bonus. The set bonus will be guaranteed Marauder Sentinel set bonus from the Master Mode difficulty of Nature of Progress, blah, blah, blah. For a 2-piece, you get a 2+% mastery. Killing the enemy with the 4-piece generates 2 rage and grants you a speed boost for 1 second, stacking up to 4 times. 5 times, because reading's difficult. 6-piece is activating Berserk, does damage to all targets around you, dealing damage up to 8 enemies. Okay, I can deal with that. In your Sentinel, you pretty much get the same thing, different names. Killing an enemy generates 2 rage and grants you the speed boost, blah, of 1 second, stacking up to 5, Boomy, 5 times. Activating Zen does damage to all targets around you, dealing damage up to 8 enemies. And of course, let them know, and you can also get that set piece on the vendor on Odessin. Now let's talk Sorcs and Sages. Here we go. Undying Protector, if you actually choose to be a Sorc or a Sage from now on. Healing. Sorcerer, +2 mastery. Activation Force Barrier heals all allies around you. Activation Force Barrier puts a minor barrier around nearby allies for 8 seconds. And the +2 mastery activating Force Barrier heals. This is for your Sages out there. Force heals all allies around you, and activating Force Barrier puts a minor barrier around nearby allies for 8 seconds. This doesn't sound bad, but from what I've been seeing from my Sorc and Sage friends and people who do a lot of ops and who are really heavily into this, Sorcs and Sages got neutered, and yeah, not fun when that happens. No, not indeed, especially with healing, and Sorcs kind of suck at healing at the moment anyways, so that's just a thing, so I apologize out there. And let's go to your Assassins and Shadows. They'll be getting their set bonus for the Ballast Point set bonus. Let's see, you get a +2 in endurance, deflection against grants ballistic immunity for 6 seconds, giving you immunity to movement, impairing effects, knockdowns, and physics. Increases elemental and eternal kinetic and energy damage reduction by 3%. For the shadows out there, pretty much the same thing. +2 endurance, deflection, grants ballistic immunity for 6 seconds. Increases elemental, eternal, kinetic, and energy damage reduction by 3%. Mercenaries and Commandos, blah, blah, blah. Rapid response set bonus, +2 the mastery. Activating the healing ability has a 15% chance to cause your next rapid scan to be critical. Healing an ally for your 6-piece with rapid scan applies a buff for them for 10 seconds. Each enemy defeated by this ally increases your healing by 2%, stacking up to 5 times. I can see that's actually pretty cool. I like that. Commando, +2 mastery. Activating healing ability has a 15%, of course, for your next medical probe to crit. And, of course, healing the ally with the medical probe applies a buff to them for 10 seconds. Each enemy defeated by this said person increases your healing by 2%, stacking up to 5 times. So that's 10% for people like me out there. And let's talk our snipers and our gunslingers. Ballistic I totally thought that said ballistic contraception. Concentration set bonus. You get a +2 to mastery. While ballistic shield is active, you regain 1 energy per second for each ally inside. While ballistic shield is also active with your 6-piece, every ally within it applies a damage buff to you, stacking up to 8 times. For the gunslingers out there, you get your +2 to mastery, and while scrambling field is active, you regain 1 energy per second for each ally inside, and while scrambling field is active, every ally within it applies a damage buff to you, stacking up to 8 times. And of course, you can get all these set bonuses and gear off the Odessan vendor. Operatives and Scoundrels, superiority set bonus, +2 to mastery. Infiltrate maxes out your tactical advantages when active. This is for your operatives out there. Tactical superiority for your 6-piece now consumes all tactical advantages and scales its crit chance buff with the amount consumed up to 20%. And for dear scoundrels out there, pretty much the same thing, +2 to mastery. Smuggle maxes out your upper hand when activated. Stack the deck now consumes all upper hand and scales its crit chance buff with the amount consumed up to 20%. Now here's another note from our dear people, Eric Musco, coming in game update 6.1.1 master mode. The nature of progress is now available for testing on the PTS. Here are some questions you should keep in mind when posting feedback. Are there any mechanics that seem broken or inconsistent? Any that are particularly confusing? Are any mechanics or encounters made too hard or too easy with certain group compositions? Is the difficulty of this content noticeably changed by using any of the new sets? To what degree? How do these encounters feel relative to other Master Mode encounters? And when leaving feedback, please be specific on things such as which encounter, group makeup, relevant gear. So in other words, don't go in there going, so I was in this thing and I did stuff and I was wearing something with a name on it and I didn't like it. Yeah, that says nothing. Yeah. It says, if anyone plans on streaming, attempts, or records any of them, please feel free to share the information in this thread. Thanks all. Good luck. So let's get to the heart of the matter and why there are a lot of people not happy with these healing changes. And this is what Daniel Steed has to say. It says, in addition to the nature of progress op, getting master mode in the new set bonuses, game update 6.1.1.1, we'll see some class changes. Primarily, our focus is toward adjusting how healing works. Below you will find a list of changes that can be found on the upcoming PTS build for Inquisitors and Consulars. The Sorcerer and the Sage walked into a bar. Let's see, let's do this. It's going to be painful, but let's do this. Decrease the initial portion of Resurgence. Rejuvenate healing by roughly 37%. But they increase the heal over time portion of Resurgence and Rejuvenate by roughly 67%. I kind of hate it when they nerf it and then also buff it, and you're like, so what? The Empowered Restore set bonus has been redesigned. Your 4-piece Static Barrier Force armor leaves a heal over time on the target for 12 seconds after being applied, and your 6-piece, for the same thing, immediately heals the target when applied. The Revitalized Mystic set bonus has also been rebalanced. For a 4-piece, Refresh and Resurgence and Rejuvenate on a target refunds 5 force. And for your 6-piece, healing a target with another healing ability while your Resurgence Rejuvenate is active on them has a 15% chance to cause your Resurgence Rejuvenate to provide an additional unscheduled tick of healing The Gathering Storm set bonus has also been rebalanced. Your 6-piece using Force Speed now reduces the active cooldown of Polarity Shift and Mental Alacrity by 5 seconds, down from 10. And the duration of Polarity Shift Mental Alacrity is now increased by 5 seconds, down from 10 seconds. And requires Polarity Shift Mental Alacrity to be used while Force Speed is active. The Endless Offensive set bonus tooltip has been updated. Your 4-piece now indicates that Volt Rush Telekinetic Blitz healing is also increased by 10%, if applicable. Tactical Item Storm Sorcerer, Metaphysical Mender, formerly Storm's Sucker, has been redesigned, and now each charge of energy empowered, formerly energized, reduces the Force Volt Rush or the Telekinetic Blitz consumes by 30%, and the healing component of Volt Rush and Telekinetic Blitz is a smart heal with a 20-meter range from the target with roughly 56% more healing. The Corruption Seer, Dark Infusion, and Deliverance healing increased by roughly 7%. Innervate healing trance healing increased by roughly 6%. They reduced the base force cost of revivification or salvation by 15 from 75 to 60, and the healing it deals by roughly 11%. Reduced the base force cost of roaming men, wandering men by 20 from 70 to 50, and the healing it deals by roughly 19%. Force Bending Conveyance now reduces the activation time of Dark Infusion or Deliverance by 0.5 seconds, up from 0.25 seconds. Force Bending Conveyance now makes Revivification, which is always a fun word to say, Salvation active instantly and no longer reduces its force cost. Penetrating Darkness Clairvoyance now increases the critical chance of Dark Heal or Benevolence by 10% instead of increasing bonus healing by 3%. Force Surge Resplendence no longer affects Revivification or Salvation. Dark Concentration or Altruism now also increases the healing dealt by Dark Heal Benevolence by 50% in addition to its other effects. Renewal Healing has been increased by roughly 67%, and Secrets of the Dark Side, or as I like to call it, the Shadow of My Beard, or what? I don't like you. Mender has been redesigned and now increases the healing done by Resurgence, Rejuvenate, and Renewal by 10% instead of reducing the force cost of roaming men, wandering men by 10. And your tactical items, One for All has been redesigned. Now gives roaming men and wandering men 1 extra healing charge. And the other attack, All for One, has been redesigned. Now Revivifications and Salvations pool concludes with a burst of dark and light force energy, healing up to 8 allies within it, so your AoE heals. Your Lightning and Telekinetics, Reverberating Force, and Reverberation critical hit chance bonus increase from 5% to 15%, and Convulsing Currents, Magnifying Vibrations, I swear I saw them at 88, great show, now grants a 10% damage increase to Crushing Darkness, Mind Crush, while Polarity Shift or Mental Alacrity is active. Madness, Balance, Disintegration, and Critical Kinesis, critical chance bonus increased from 5% to 15%, and Fulminating Current or Psychokinetic Torrent critical chance bonus given per stack increased to 2% to 3%. And the Assassin Shadow, the Death Nail set bonus has changed. Your 4-piece, the cooldown of Recklessness and Force Potency is reduced by 15 seconds whenever you activate Recklessness or Force Potency. You gain Reckless Critical, making your next Maul or Shadow Strike or Leeching Strike, Serenity Strike, critically hit. Hatred and Serenity, always a fun band to see during the 1970s. Languishing Lashes, Atrophy, attacks now increase the damage of Leeching Strike or Serenity Strike by 20% against enemies with less than 30% health. Severing Slash, Cleaving Cut now spreads discharge, gross, Force Breach and Creeping Terror, sever force periodic effects. My brain is hurting. Fulgulation, why do they come up with these terms? And a Rebounding Force now correctly applies to the 2-time trouble tactical. And Deception and Infiltration, your Crackling Blast Deep Impact critical damage bonuses have been increased from 5% to 20%. Dominating Slashes, Prevailing Strikes now increase the damage of Voltaic. I hate my life. Slash and Reaping Strike by 20%. Surging Charge, Shadow Technique, does an additional 30% damage. They said, let us know your thoughts. Please tell us if you think certain changes make a class overpowered or underpowered. Underpowered, if I'm reading this correctly. Throughout the next week or so, a thread for troopers, bounty hunters will be created with this respective changes too. Well, there you have it, my friends. What do you think? So what do you think about some of the stuff I saw on the other classes? Set bonuses look great. Not going to argue a lot of them. A lot of it's like way over my head when it comes to that stuff. But from what I've seen with the Sorcs and the Sages, and from what I've been hearing from friends of mine and people who play these classes who are far more in the know than I am, it looks like you guys are being neutered and nuked. That's right. But hey, if you play Sorc, if you play Sage, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Or if you play any of these classes and you really are up to date with these set bonuses and you do all the mathing and all that stuff out there, let me know in the comment section below what you think about these set bonuses. Are they good? Are they bad? Underpowered? Overpowered? Not powered? Or should we just burn all the Sorcs and Sages right now and just forget that class as we continue forward? I don't know. Let me know your comments in the comment section below, or your thoughts and comments. I'm going to redo that, I swear. Hit that like button if you like what you see here. Make sure you hit that like button if you like what you see here. The more likes we get, the more the algorithm likes us, and the more to the front of the class we go. And because of all these great things you guys are doing, thank you so much. We are within the top 5 pretty much every single time a video is posted. Thank you so much. And if you really like what you see here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Become part of the family here at Boomy Nation, the freak show of YouTube, the black sheep of gaming. And as always, my friends, remember to be kind, it's about community, and don't forget to spay and neuter your Wookiees. We'll see you later. Good day.